Hey, people, what's up, man? Oh, welcome to the Bar Stool Podcast. Before we get into that, check this out. Your boy made it. Your boy got his first sponsor, nomore.org. That's right, nomore.org. Now, look, before you get mad, check it out. You know, this is not about domestic violence. They're going another direction. And they asked me to be involved in it. Now, all I had to do for them to sponsor me was put together a commercial for them. So here it is, and you let me know what you think, all right? Yes. All the hard work is finally paid off. Here it goes. Yeah, man. I'm going to talk about it. Just give me a minute. I didn't know she was a thought, man. Just thought maybe she was a people person. I know for the average person, you come in and your girl's taking 3 guys one time in your crib, in your bed. I know that there are people who wouldn't take that. They wouldn't stand for that. But me, nah, man. I just felt it was my opportunity to show her how much I loved her. Yeah, my friends, they try to tell me I was stupid, that I lacked pride. Somebody said I was ballless. I didn't listen to them because I knew in my heart she loved me. I'm living with mom now. It's different. I mean, it gave us an opportunity to bond. It's kind of weird being 42 living with mom, but hey, you know, it's pretty good. I mean, as long as I leave the house when she's got male company. The walls are kind of thin. Hang in there. Don't walk out just because she's a thought. Stick in it. Stay. If you walk out like everyone else, how could she ever change? If I had one thing to do over, the one thing I would do is I'd be a better man. Thought you were here to help me. Thought you were going to help me. Fuck you, man.
It's the Tim the Bartender Show, where the drinks are served cold, and sometimes so is the truth. Always real and always Tim the Bartender. Cheers.
Woo! Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm Tim Black. Welcome to the 26th. That's 2-6. That's 2 and 2 3s. That's 26. This is number 26 of the Bar Stool Podcast. I'm your host, Tim Black, a.k.a. Tim the Bartender. All right? Uno, nuno. All right, guys, look. This week's podcast is going to be just as long as it needs to be. I have no... I'm going to stop when it's over, okay? That's how long the podcast is going to be. The topics are going to be very interesting topics. They're going to be centered around things that are very important to me, things that got me passionate this week, got me pumped up. Now, there's things that went on this week you may be aware of. For instance, there was the Keith Olbermann. You know, he's the broadcaster used to be for MSNBC. He had a show on there. He's an ESPN longtime sportscaster, notable. Well, he got suspended this week for statements he made against a Penn State University alumni, I guess against the whole student body. He got into an argument on Twitter, and he told the Penn State University student body that they were pitiful. Now, look, that wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't he was responding to a tweet where they were talking about how much money they raised for pediatric cancer support. Like they had raised like $13 million for pediatric cancer support, and Keith Olbermann sees the tweet and responds, pitiful. Now, he probably didn't know in what context this tweet was about, but he jumped in there and put his foot in his mouth. And he made some comments that were, got people pissed off, and at the end of the day, he ends up getting suspended. Now here, I'm tired of people getting suspended for what they do. I'm so glad I work for myself so I don't have to deal with that. You can't suspend me. You can't. I got to suspend myself sometime, which I'm going to get to later. Maybe I should suspend myself because I was on the wrong side of a statement, of an issue. But I get to that. So Keith Olbermann, I don't think he should be suspended. I don't. But he's suspended anyway, probably from being a jerk, and that happens. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Penn State. Not after them hiding the truth about Sandusky, the pedophile. Right? They hid that. And that's what Keith was referring to. That's where his vitriol came from. That's why the nigga was so pissed. But look, you don't take that out on the students because the students weren't hiding him being a pedophile. Nobody wants to believe that Sandusky was a pedophile, but he was. He is. All right? So Keith Olbermann, he took that out on the students. He deserves to be lectured and maybe apologize, but suspension, no. But anyway, he was anyway. But guess what? Today's show does not talk about Olbermann other than what I just did. All right. Madonna fell off a stage. This show is not about Madonna falling off a stage, though she did fall off a stage. She 50-something years old, out there dancing. I think she's like 55. Fell off the stage, probably broke a hip, or at least dislocated it. Madonna, you need to sit your ass down. I mean, I'm serious, baby. The material girl needs to get some new material. Like, be a grandma. I know, it's like, 55 is not the new 35. 55 just 55. You're going to mess around and lose your life up there acting stupid. You still taking, they are still shooting her topless. Why? Why? Grandma, go sit down. All right, so this show is not about Madonna falling off the stage, though I just mentioned it. Okay, Spock died. Leonard Nimoy passed away, 83 years old. Now, I was not a Trekkie, I'm not a Trekkie, but I respect Spock's role. He's an icon. He will always be an icon in the eyes of the world. It's hard to believe that the show Star Trek was only aired in its original incarnation, Carnation Milk. In the original format, the first Star Trek, only 3 seasons, and then it was canceled. Can you believe that after all that? Well, it came back stronger and better, and it did a lot of movies. Then we had another iteration that had lots of Star Trek stuff. So, but the characters that stand out, Captain Kirk and Spock. And we like Scotty, and we like O'Hara, and we like... But no. Spock and Kirk. So, hats off. Much respect to Leonard Nimoy. 83 years old. Lived a very long, full life. Live long and prosper. All right. But this show is not about Leonard Nimoy. And this show is not about Kelly Osbourne stepping down from the Fashion Police show, which I never, ever watch. But I am familiar with the comments made by somebody ran away with the spoon-looking bitch who commented about 18-year-old Zendaya's dreads and said they look like they smell like weed or patchouli oil. This bothers me. Oh, yeah, it bothers me. It bothers me that this woman said these things. But what bothers me more than what she uttered is that she was on script. That's right. She was on script. What's her name? Gillian Rancic. Her rancid, racist comments were all scripted. They were on a teleprompter. They had approval to be said on air. You understand? So anybody out there upset about what Miss Rancic said, remember, she said those words with the full authority of the studio behind her. So what does that tell you about what they think about you? They think abusing you or insulting you is a viable option just so they can get ratings. That's what it means. That means that you're from a marginalized group, they don't care. The black people who will stop watching, who probably don't watch anyway, they don't care what you really think. They're probably glad it got publicity. No, not probably. They are ecstatic. They're ecstatic it got publicity. That's why they did it. But if you want to be upset, don't just be upset. Don't just get upset. Stop watching. Stop watching it. Don't watch Fashion Police. That's something we need to boycott. All right. But this show is not about this spoon-head, pie-face, walking skeleton, Giuliani Rancic, or whatever her name is. Nope. This show is about something far more important than that. These nuts! Y'all walked into that one. These nuts! Nah, I'm joking. It's about why the hell does the nightly show, Wilmore, Larry, why does he sound so high-pitched? He ain't got no bass in his voice. Why don't they ever employ black men who can put bass in their voice? Where is it at? I'm joking. I like Larry. Larry. Not here to tear that man down. But, okay. This is what the show's about. No more delay. I had to delete a video today. I don't delete videos. I've said some things that were wrong. You think I'm never wrong? Of course I've been wrong. But see, I do not delete videos. And I, Tim Black, deleted a video today. And I'm pissed, boy. I'm pissed than a motherfucker. Because that's not what I do, son. Oh, nah. These bad-ass motherfuckers got me twisted. Y'all got me wrong. Y'all got me fucked up. I don't delete videos, son. I keep my shit up. But after I stood corrected, I felt like I had to. Because I was so wrong about Lee Daniels. Oh! Woo! I was so wrong about Lee Daniels. Which I'm going to get to in a second. But first, let me offer an apology to Dr. Boyce Watkins. Now, I'm not apologizing for imitating Boyce Watkins. You see, my name is Boyce Watkins. I'm in the black planet. I'm in the black world and the black people. Everybody black. And if the black people and the black men understand the black thing, I got a black house, a black car, a black shirt, a black hat. I got black socks. I got black people and black women. I got a black keyboard. I use a black mouse and a black fork and cook on a black stove with a black pan and make the food black. When it's done, it's black. And if the smoke, if it burn too hard, it's going to be some black smoke floating around in my black kitchen in my black neighborhood. I'm going to drive my black car to a black job at a black place of business. And if I fall down the stairs, y'all see nothing but black, because it'll be black, it's black, and I go to the hospital, it'll be some black man operating on me because everything got to be black. And when I die, if I close my eyes, it's going to be black. I don't want to apologize for that because that's funny. But what I will apologize for is saying the man was wrong about Empire. Now look, no, not Empire, for thinking he was jumping the gun on Daniels. Boyce Watkins, you were not jumping the gun on Lee Daniels. After the words that Lee Daniels uttered in an interview with Don Lemon, which I'm going to play for my audience, I've come to the conclusion that you were more than diplomatic with your assertions or with your analysis, I should say, of Lee Daniels and the mental damage that he must have suffered, that he is now perpetuating and putting into something he considers art and putting out there. Okay? So initially, I was upset because I feel like all TV is bullshit. And the fact that you were just harping on Empire specifically, I had a problem with that. And I still think that all TV is bullshit for the most part. It has to be. TV was invented not to inspire you, encourage you to live a fruitful life. TV was invented to sell shit. That's what TV was for, commercials. Programming was just a way to support commercials. That's all it was. and propaganda. So I had a problem. Why is this guy picking on Empire, not picking on Scandal? But see, I'm not here to defend my assertions. No, let me not do that. What I'm here to say is I apologize. I was wrong. Lee Daniels is a jackass. His words, his statements. I'm going to play the tape for you. I hope Dr. Boyce Watkins, I hope that someone gets word to you and let you know that I do apologize for my ignorance, not having possession of all the facts regarding Lee Daniels. I do hope you do accept my apologies, sir. Thank you for your work. I enjoyed your video, which went into detail that was scathingly honest about Lee Daniels. Okay. I hope that this message finds you safely. I understand you were traveling to South Africa. I hope all is well. Sincerely, egg on his face, Tim Black. All right. Oh, and to the people who were criticizing me for criticizing Dr. Boyce Watkins before, the goal should be for us to grow as individuals. So as long as the person's willing to say, hey, I got it wrong, make amends and move on, we should be able to accept that and embrace that, because that's what it's about. It's about getting knowledge. It's about growing as an individual. And I grew a little bit, even though it's on an issue concerning Lee Daniels. Here goes a clip, the interview with Lee Daniels that made me change my mind and made me delete a video today. Here it is.
You've also been very candid about Monique, who is a friend of yours, right? Mm-hmm. She was in Precious.
Yeah.
She says that she was blackballed from Hollywood after the movie.
No, she said that I said
that you said, yes.
Yeah. I didn't say that exactly. What I said to her was that I said, we were on the campaign, and she was making unreasonable demands, and and she wasn't thinking. This is when reverse racism, I think, happens. You know, I said you have to thank the producers of the film. You have to thank the studio, and I think she didn't understand that, and I think that and I said, listen, people aren't going to respond well if you don't. So I love her, and I've spoken to her, and she's brilliant. And I like working with brilliant people. But sometimes artists get in their own way, and I know I certainly do often. I have my own demons that I get in my own, in front of myself.
So you think she blackballed herself? Because
I think
in some
that
ways
this is what I
to
think.
do.
I think that there were demands that were made from her on the Precious campaign that everyone knows about that hurt her, and I told her that. So and I.
Yeah.
Que sera.
Can she change that?
I mean, if she plays ball, you got to play ball. This is not just show. It's show business, and you got to play ball. And you can't scream. I don't like calling the race card. I don't believe in it. Because if I buy into it, then it becomes real. Mm-hmm. If I knew what I knew when I was 21, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
But some people call that selling out.
Selling out?
Yeah,
I guess I'm a sellout then. Call it what it is. But I'm not going to not work, and I'm not going to not tell my truth, and I'm not going to call people out on their bull. So whatever that means, sell out. Okay. I'll see you in the theaters.
Wow. Where does that come from? That sort of, I guess what it says, you are being completely emancipated. You live your own truth.
My father told me, he said to me, why do you want to be gay? Mm-hmm. Why do you, it's hard enough being a black man. What do you want to go in there and mess? What are you doing? I said, it's taken me a long time to really embrace that. And I think that if he were alive today, that he would embrace me for who I am. And it's hard keeping it real. It's hard being honest.
We saw Monique's op-ed in the Hollywood Reporter where she said you called her and told her she had been blacklisted, and that's why she hadn't been getting the work. Is that true? And how did that come about?
Maybe she could construe it that way. What I told her was that she asked me, why haven't I worked? And I said, you pissed a lot of people off. You were making demands, and so that. But I'm her friend, and I love her, and I want to work with her. You know what I mean? I want to work with her again, but it is, I keep it real all the time.
Yeah.
And she asked a question, I answered the question, and maybe something will come along
hopefully something will come along. I mean, she was fabulous in that movie, wasn't she?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, but the thing is that we all, here's the thing about Hollywood. We were all in a different place at a different time, and we all grow. You're talking to someone that is a recovering drug addict. So I know who I was and when I was at that place. So we are all evolving as spirits. Over here to the right. So it's an evolution, and she's growing and I'm growing, and I really hope to work with her.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you, folks, when I heard that shit, I was livid. I still am livid about it. Because see, I worked around fuckheads like this. People, sellout brothers. Let me tell you something. A black man who will say, hey, I'm a sellout. Fuck it, I'm a sellout. That guy is dangerous as hell. That man has no allegiance at all to black people. At all. Now, when I say that, what I mean is this. If he is in a room, instead of being the voice, he could be the only black person in that room. And there are going to come times when you may be the only black person in a room. He's going to do whatever white daddy tell him to do. And what's going to happen is they're going to use him as a cosign to do all types of shit because he is a black face, so he's going to be the representative of a lot of fuckery. And they're going to say, well, he was there. He was there. Look, the same thing happened with the Rancic lady, the lady for the fashion police. They say, well, yes, she said it, and maybe it was inappropriate, but a senior editor, producer signed off on it, and she's black. See? That's the purpose of having a Lee Daniels. And what's even more disheartening or upsetting is the fact that this motherfucker thinks it's cool. And that Don Lemon thinks it's cool. Both of them in the same bucket. But now when I looked at the history of Lee Daniels and the roles that he creates for people to play, they're either subservient or socially deviant or sexually promiscuous. And I'm looking at these roles. Monsters Ball. Halle Berry's role. Repugnant. Disgustingly perverted. Loose ass woman. Horrible mother. Precious. Monique's character. Horrible mother. Disgusting. The subservient. Just like Lee Daniels. In fact, the role Forrest Whitaker played, he's playing Lee Daniels. When he plays that role, he's playing Lee Daniels. Just do what I need to do to get to the next stop. Look what they gave me. They gave me the opportunity to pick out the shoes for the president. Look at this. Why would I say something? I ain't going to be saying nothing. You got me up here saying something, you going to make me lose my good job. Go ahead, put a little bit of that tuberculosis in their food. It'll be okay, boss. Whatever will work for you, boss. I have no spine. I'm spineless like a jellyfish. My name Lee Daniels. See, he embraces it. He think it's cool. And worse than that, he just don't give a shit. But after I heard this clip from Lee Daniels, I said, you know what? I don't blame Monique. I don't. She needs my support, not my ridicule. Yes, she probably could have played the game a little bit better. Well, what's playing the game? Kissing ass. What's playing the game? Doing business the way they do business. Now, don't get me wrong. Hollywood fucks everybody. Get it right, people. Get it right. Hollywood fucks over everyone. Just like the NBA fucks over players. Just like the NFL fucks over players. Just like all corporations fuck over employees. That's what they do. If you don't own it, you get fucked over. You sign paper, you get a paycheck, you sign a contract that says, I'm willing to get fucked over. That's the agreement. They make a lot more money off you than you do them. They're on the upside. They take the risk. You and their company, they provide a vehicle for you. They make the money. You make less of money. They give you something, but they make the majority. That's the deal. All right? But we get classified as assholes, bitches, hard to work with, greedy for wanting the same things that everybody else wants. You don't think that, I don't know, Lucille Ball ever had some demands? You don't think Lucille Ball ever had demands? Never? All right, so I took my video down because I feel like it didn't illustrate exactly what I wanted to say. And you know what? Lee Daniels, you are a son of a bitch. You're the type of Negro we don't need around. You may be successful, but you're going to have a very fruitless life. Money is not the end all to be all. There is such a thing, it's called character. And once Hollywood is done with your tap dancing ass, they'll find another. You won't be able to come back to us. And maybe you will to dumb Negroes who don't understand that you are a sellout, who for some reason will make excuses for you in this clip. I will not make excuses for you. I'm going to save this clip. I'm going to save this video. So when you fall, and boy, you gon' fall, I ain't got to wish for it. I just know it's going to happen. Because the machine, once it's done with you, it spits you out. This is the nature of things. You son of a bitch. All right, folks, let's move on to my presentation of the evening. Let's talk about Corey Holcomb, Zoe Williams, Tommy Sotomayor, Tariq Nasheed, Bobby, Glanton Smith, Darlene Ortiz. Let's talk about this, okay? I got everybody's name in here, right? Props to all of y'all, first of all. Props to everybody for doing what they do and for being committed to what they are committed to. It's a positive thing when people just do their own thing. I admire that. That being said, Tommy, come on, man. Why you on that feminine shit? This shit with you and Zoe, dude, that's some femininogrology shit. Feminine negrology shit. Feminine negrology shit. Fucked up shit. This shit right here, this shit never happened. Never. So you're going to say that Zoe was not keeping his man code correctly when he listened to the words of a woman. Did not consult you first, talk to Corey about it. I didn't know you guys were that close that he would tell you some shit he heard before just talking to his boy. I didn't know y'all were close like that. So that's the first problem I had with that shit. That don't even make sense to me. He under no obligation to tell you shit. He don't know you like that. Right? Y'all right, but I didn't know y'all was tight like that. Now, maybe I got it twisted. Maybe y'all are really cool like that. Y'all pick up the phone and holler at a motherfucker like, yeah, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? I don't get that, but maybe that could be the situation. But see, saying that this person does not withhold, does not stand on being a man with his shit, only works is if you do. So your reaction to Zoe not carrying his shit correctly, in your opinion, was to make a fucking video? Now I know you have followers, Tommy, who are ignorant. And I'm not knocking them. They're young, some of them. Other ones, they just enjoy your comedy. But there are a portion. In every group, there are some people who just believe anything. You could be like, nigga, a Chinese man invented Fridays. He wrote Fridays for real. I thought Ice Cube and DJ Pooh wrote it. No, it was a Chinese dude. He didn't speak English. He wrote that shit. And then Tiny Lister butt fucked him and shot him and threw him in a hole in the ground and planted cement in the ground over top of him. And they would be like, for real, dog, for real. I can't believe that shit, for real. You hear what Tommy saying? For real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. I mean, in every group that you have, there's always going to be a certain people in that group. There's going to be some people in that group who are intelligent. Other ones that are just there for entertainment. And there's going to be some people who are stupid. Like you could say, hey, man, if you put your finger in your ear like this and get some earwax on it and you put it in a woman's yeehaw, right? And if it starts fizzing, that means she burning. Make sure you put on the rubber. For real, dog. For real, you hear what Tommy said? Tommy said, only time you gotta wear rubber is if your fingers start fizzing after you put it in your ear. You put it in the, that way if it don't fizz, you ain't gotta wear no protection. You hear what Tommy said? Man, Tommy, man, thank you, Tommy. You saved my life. I don't have to buy so many condoms. See, there's always dumbasses. Always. So when Tommy says that Zoe is not keeping this man's shit in order, and then turns around and does some very feminine shit, like make a video, like basically gossip about a motherfucker, his man card ain't in order to even be calling another motherfucker out. Get it? That's just from my peripheral. And you might be sitting there thinking, why Tim Black talking about this? Who gave him the right? I gave me the right, motherfucker. I can make a video about whatever I want to make a video about. I make a video about this right now. Just so happen, all of our groups overlap. I had people that I told about turned on to the 5150 show. They watched the 5150 show. They thank me for turning them on to the 5150 show. They also watch Tommy Sotomayor videos from time to time. They're all the same pool of listeners and subscribers and fans. So when we talk about this, a fan suggested I do this. I wasn't going to, but I thought, fuck it. Fuck, why not? My people want to see it, I'll do it. Now, so I got a problem with Tommy's whole foundation for having beef. You started this shit bitching about something that don't need to be bitched about. Who gives a fuck? Did Zoe say you raped a bitch? No. He didn't say you raped anyone, so why are you upset? Why are you butthurt? Why do you need somebody to examine your colon? Calm the fuck down. All right, now. Tariq Nasheed. I don't know Tariq like that. But I do have a problem with people shitting on him for going from Mac lessons to something else. Look, part of life is progression. And if the man started out doing one thing, does that mean he is forever on that island? He can never do anything different? Is that what it is? Don't make sense to me. I mean, once upon a time, Ice Cube just rapped about gangs, rapped about niggas with attitudes. Now he's in movies. Yeah, he's in movies and he's playing a different Tony. He in what was it, Kindergarten Cop or some shit? I don't know, some real PG shit. Are you gonna say he shouldn't be able to adapt and move into other arenas? Fuck y'all putting a ceiling on what Tariq Nasheed can do. All right? I don't have a problem with him doing whatever. And you know what? I think we should respect the fact he was doing relationship material. Because in my opinion, a man who don't have his relationship game tight is going to be a man who's going to have a hard fucking life. So I think it's okay. Not only okay, it's good for people to get their relationship shit together. Feel me? How many men you know who could have much better lives if they would have not messed with the wrong broad? I'll rest my case on that, so we can end all that. Now, the whole beef between Tommy and Tariq, man, all I can say about that shit, all I can say is Tommy caught a fair one. All I can say about that shit is Tommy got his ass whooped. Yeah, Tommy, you fucked with a lot of people, but Tariq knew what to do. He just clowned you. You did all this, he just clowned you. He clowned you. Now you look sad. And that's why you, look, and that's the only reason why you even wanted Corey in the crew. I don't know why you would go with a comedian. And then you're real careful, real surgical with your disses. Like, let me not fuck with Corey. Let me go ahead and fuck with Zoe. He's Zoe. Let me hit, move, Corey, so I can hit Zoe. Fuckers, score me. Damn it, Corey, I'm sorry. Zoe. Because you know you don't want to fuck with a comedian, nigga. You ain't a comedian. Zoe isn't. You just try. We know what time it is, and the only reason why you're doing it is because you were trying to resurrect your little career because you fucked around and ran through a buzzsaw called Tariq Nasheed. King Flex fucked you up. All right, so in closing, I like the 5150 show. I recommend it to my viewers. It's something that keeps my head on the swivel. Make sure that I'm always keeping it 100. That I'm not bullshitting, that I'm not riding the fence, that I'm not trying to appease anyone, that I'm just going to shoot it straight. That's what I like about the 5150 show. All right? Another thing, people who say they have problems with Tommy Sotomayor, I'm a person who has problems with him. I do. I think the true indication of what type of person you are or what your agenda is, when you make content is what kind of motherfucking content do you make? See, when I wake up every morning, there are 8,000 stories I could do. Fuck the stance I have on the stories I do. Why'd I choose that story? See, you could do stories all about model planes if you want. You could do stories about lost dogs. You could do stories about children who need homes. You could do stories about a lot of shit. But a man who gets up every day and decides, I'm going to do stories that make black women look like shit or expose black women for not being shit, is sort of like Lee Daniels to me. Now, Tommy, I'm not saying you Lee Daniels, but I'm saying you on Lee Street, nigga. All right? All right, now, in Tommy's defense, not to try to make it better, but let me say this. Tommy, you are self-made. You worked hard as fuck to get where you are. It's a shame that your career is getting fucked up by this bullshit. Ceasefire should be in order. I'm a small channel, 20,000, right? Nowhere near the reach. I don't have a big name like Corey Holcomb. It's just me. I don't have a group of people like the 5150, nor do I have thousands and thousands of followers on Twitter like Tommy. All right? But what I do have, what do I have? What do I have is sincerity that I think that at the end of the day, we can all be all right. We're going to all be all right. We can all be in our own lane, and we can all exist without fucking each other up. That's what I believe. All right? That's it, man. I'm not here to shit up. I've said my piece. Once again, if a motherfucker come for me, I will come out all guns blazing. I will dissect the motherfucker, no problem. My way. But this video is not about that. This video is about, I saw some shit, and I'm speaking on the shit. Tommy, you need to go ahead and apologize to Zoe and get this shit over with. Zoe, apologize to Tommy, get this shit over with. Shake hands, walk it the fuck off. Stop trying to get play out of this. Stop trying to see how much mileage you can get out of this situation. I understand you are a businessman. Tommy is a businessman on the business tip. So I don't fault him for using every opportunity to his advantage. What I'm saying is that is some corporate America bullshit. Let that shit go. That's some garbage. We a community. We should be. We don't need to do this shit. All right? Tariq, I wish you would go ahead and put the gun away. Stop shooting off at Tommy. Let it go. Once again, I'm just a guy from the outside looking in, seeing this shit, and I'm thinking, okay, time to end it. Time to end the bullshit. I could jump in and say a bunch of fly shit, but what for? Bobby, Glantine, Bobby. Much respect to you, Bobby. All right? I like your message. Real men don't play. I like that. And yeah, I hope that you springboard and get more of your own thing going on. Darlene, good luck with your book. A lot of my people who subscribe to me, they watch 5150 and they're very happy when they see you on the show. All right, Zoe, stay in your lane, bruh. Keep doing what you do. And Corey, come on, man, you funny as a motherfucker. Let me know when you come to DC. That's all I'm saying. And once again, Tommy, dog. I know we had, all that shit's in the past. You work hard, all right? I know you do. You work hard, but this is all I'm saying. And I know I don't like hearing you play that victim role. You ain't a victim. You have left many victims in your wake, motherfucker. I've seen it, all right? Let's not act like you ain't come for many a motherfucker's neck, right? We know you have. All right, guys. Bear with me. This is the part of the show where I give love back to my viewers, man. My people, right? So first off, let me give a shout out to Oso Aero. O-S-O Aero, my man. He suggested I do this show, the portion on on the 5150, man. And Tommy and Tariq and all this shit. So, yeah, good looking out, man. Shout out also to Dank Green 2. That's DANC Green 2. Oh, fuck, I'm going to put the names up on the screen. BG Anonymous. BG Anonymous. Now, I know this guy. He's from Europe somewhere, but he's been holding me down for at least a year now. So, BG, what up, baby? What's going on, dog? And welcome back, Latanya Johnson. I ain't seen you around, girl. Hope you doing all right. That's my tall glass of coffee. No sugar, no cream. That's my girl right there. Latanya, what's up, baby? All right, and on the video tip, y'all go give a holler to my man, Mr. Griffith. Mr. Griffith, he been supporting me. I got to support him back. If you want videos that are straight to the chase, no lying, no bullshit, go see Mr. Griffith. If you're into wrestling, WWE, he covers that, and he also covers current events. Mr. Griffith on YouTube. All right, people, thanks for tuning into the podcast. If you're getting this on Stitcher, do me a favor, come get it on YouTube at IamTimBlack.com. If you're on iTunes, please rate this podcast. Rate it up. Give me a good rating. I appreciate y'all, man. That's what time it is. And also, TTL Media. That's my website, TTLMediaSpreadshirt.com. That's where you can pick up a t-shirt. Do that shit. It supports my channel. Keeps everything going. You know we got to keep it going. And I highly suggest you get the video version, not just the audio. All right. Much love to everybody out there. R.I.P. Leonard Nimoy. Live long and prosper, people. Next time.
So say good night to the black guy. Come on.